Greetings, dear people. We need light. Excuse me. There we are. Okay, so, dear people, I'm not sure whether I talked about this on Monday, whether or not I did talk about this, but I had some computer trouble last week, to say the least. So, fine. Okay, let's go elsewhere. There. Okay, we have Peter Nuttall saying good day, mates. Bowie says hello, Jens says hello all, and Nimrod, hello everybody. Okay, and a glass of water goes somewhere. Big space on my desk, which is quite full. Okay, please, people, when you... Bowie, is a Greece ban on conversion therapy? Yes, it is, I know. Thank you for reminding me. Okay, before we go any further into Greece instead of baseline, sorry, I had computer trouble last week, and people, please don't buy this power supply. This model of power supply. This was relatively new, under 2.5 years old. 2.5, 3 years old, and this blew on me. Just kept crashing. All symptoms said okay, bad power supply. I just didn't want to believe it because it's so 2.5, 3 years old. Do not buy this. It's a miracle this didn't take anything with it, because when I took it out, it smelled the smell of burnt electrical components. So don't buy that, or any RM or RMX variants. Don't buy them. It's shit. I bought an Asus PSU 1000 watts. It had good reviews, so I decided to go on that one. Bowie said sharp metal. Yes, something of the name. Well, not quite sharp metal, but the burnt sharp metal. Sharp metal smells different than burnt electrical components. Nimrod saying, "Ooh, did it release the magic blue smoke?" No, it did not. That would have been bad enough. Purple rhymes with orange. Greetings, sentient beings. Well, greetings. Greetings, sentient being named Purple rhymes with orange. I don't recall seeing you in my chats or comment section before. I think we have a new viewer, or this person has never just said anything. Okay. But we're very big. Welcome. Stefan, my co-host. He is sitting up there. Okay. And then we have Bertil. Aww. Bertil is a Moomin forefather. A fairy one. And then today... There. We have Stella Artois, Belgian beer. It's a lager, perhaps a lager time. Yes, you're hurt. Saying, I'm hurt you did a show with me and Zoomy last month. No big. What I meant to say that I couldn't recall seeing you in my chats, but I remember pretty much everyone who I've ever done a collaboration with. So how could I not forget? Okay. Nimrod says, I think he might be stalking me or I'm stalking him. I lose a track list of people that I stalk. Okay. Oh. Anyway, we went to either this, just backstory. I live in Helsinki, in East Helsinki. Um, and it's one of this particular area is one of the toughest in town, and the area around the metro station, it can be quite dangerous. Drug dealing, you know, dope, dope, pills, knives, guns, etc., and alcohol. So, we went to the shopping center. We didn't to do the groceries, but we went to a wonderful restaurant. There's an Afghani restaurant in just across the small the walking street from the metro station. It was nice watching these drunken people, uh, drunken and stoned people having their quarrels while eating good Afghani food. It was really really weird, really weird experience. Okay, but to the actual topic today. Oops, this is from Reuters. This is from actually a month ago, but this popped up in my my news feed, just a week ago, less than a week ago, last weekend. No, not like weekend, a week ago. I was supposed. I figured I almost talked about this on Friday, but then I still figured this is better for a news reboot. Okay. Anyway, the Greek government has decided to ban conversion therapy for minors. What is conversion therapy? Conversion therapy is an intended. Yes. Greece on Wednesday, this would have been a month ago now, banned conversion therapy for minors. And the conversion therapy is a practice aimed at suppressing a person's sexual orientation or gender identity, and which the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and trans community worldwide, as well as health experts, have condemned harmful. Uh, this is incomplete. This is an incomplete definition. And purple rhymes with orange. Says I've lurked, but always working while I listen. So not me. I'm making comments. Okay. Anyway, this is actually partially incorrect statement, I think, because it doesn't the conversion therapy doesn't aim at suppressing anything. It aims at changing the gender identity or the sexual orientation. So Reuters got the definition a bit wrong. Okay. And at this point, very big shout out to my patron Flems. Flems has been my patron for nine months now, or at least 9 months running now. My only patron. The link to Patreon and PayPal are in the description box down below. And if you haven't already, thumbs up or thumbs down. I just couldn't give it down which one it is. Just thumbs up or down. And subscribe and tickle the notification bell if you haven't done so already. And the notification bell is the only thing you're allowed to grope. Grope the notification bell. Do not grope anything else, or anything or anyone else. Only the notification bell. The notification bell won't mind. Okay, why are my glasses all twisted? So my glasses are all twisted. Don't know why. Why? Could be. Okay. Even worse. Okay, whatever, I'll fix these later. Okay, Bowie says conversion therapy is the most pointless things and probably the most harmless, one of the most harmless things parents do to their children. It's also a method of torture. Parents who put their children through that shouldn't be parents. That's probably one of the most cruel things you can do to your child. Okay. Why are my glasses all wonky? Okay. Warm water and soap and a good rubbing with the fingers will sort the glasses out. Okay. No, I mean, Nimrod, my problem here is that these pads here are all, because this is somehow yeah, I don't know. What do you think? Do you think parents who put their children through conversion therapy, should they be charged with child abuse? Should it be considered child abuse? Okay, so anyway, the under the bill, which The Greek Parliament approved. Psychologists or other health professionals need a person's explicit consent to perform such treatment and face fines and prison if the law is violated. And there's a gender equality program running through 2025, and it's a very conservative, Greek Orthodox Christian. Yeah, it's been banned in Canada, New Zealand, and France, which I've I've talked about Canada, and I think I've talked about Greece. Sorry, France and Canada, and I probably talked about New Zealand as well, and then there's Victoria, Australia as well. So many videos. I'm not sure, 100% sure. I'm sure I've talked about Canada and New Zealand. Okay, the health minister Thanos Pledris says there were some false treatments that stated that when a minor has chosen, you do not choose your sexual orientation, you fucking fuckwits. You do not choose your sexual orientation. It's something you're born with. Okay. Just a moment. I took my other glasses from the drawer. 50, Dr. Nimrod says, I'm 50-50 on this subject. I haven't seen anything that has really convinced me yet. Because in some cases it's the best choice, but that's the like choosing your skin color. Yeah. But conversion therapy is never a good thing. Nimrod. Are you saying you're 50-50 whether or not conversion therapy on a minor is child abuse? Purple ones with orange says break music comes too loud. Okay. Well, I might as well just do it right now because I think I know what you're talking about. Okay. Okay, well, I'll do it later. Okay. So, Dr. Nimrod, are you saying you're 50-50 whether or not conversion therapy is child abuse? Are you fucking kidding me, man? You gotta be kidding me. I mean, and whether it's useful. Nimrod, come on, man. There's absolutely zero evidence that conversion therapy works. It has been proven time and time again to be insufficient. It doesn't work. It includes physical violence, being beaten, etc. It's emotional slash psychological violence, religious violence, sexual violence. People are being raped to make them straight. Lesbians are being raped and gay guys are being rigged to make them straight. As far as I can tell, to my knowledge, I've met a priest at one point in my life. I've met a priest who was attempting to make a male priest, trying to make, in spiritual treatment, tried to make another a boy, basically perform conversion therapy on a young man. Tell you what, it included prayer and sexual abuse, and this this priest was he got a suspended prison sentence. He got a suspended prison sentence for what he did it as means of conversion therapy. Um, it's aversion therapy that may train some people to hide who they are, but never changes them. Yeah. Nimrod says, I need to read more about it. I hold my hands up to being ignorant. So I mean violence and things that aren't therapy. Yes, it's not therapy. It's not any form of. It's religious quackery. It's religious quackery. It has nothing, even though it has the word therapy in it, doesn't mean it's anything legit. Uh, if you don't think, if you're even 50-50, or even 90-10, 10%, it might work. You don't know what you don't know what we're talking about here. People kill themselves because they've been through conversion therapy. The leaders of these, like, for example, the A Living Waters, the decades-long leader, Andy something, the black guy. Let me get, okay, let's. Okay. Yeah, I can't find his picture anywhere right now, but the long-term um, leader of Living Waters claimed that from the get-go that it works. It worked for him. It worked for a number of gay friends of his. But then some years ago, he came out as gay. Um, Nimrod, oh well, that's just hands down wrong. I was talking about getting proper psych therapy, not rape and beating nonsense like that. Sorry, I misunderstood. Yes, what I was talking about here all the time was conversion therapy, not psychotherapy. Psychotherapy, when done right by a trained professional, psychotherapy is a good thing. Always a good thing. I think each and every one of us should have some appropriate psychotherapy uh, for some period of time. Just it's good for you, but conversion therapy is really bad for you. The Living Waters guy, he came out after a few decades doing this quackery, admitting he admitted himself that it didn't work. It didn't work for him. It didn't work for anyone else in this organization, and uh, he had been secretly living in a relationship with his right hand man. You know, the second in command, the man who was second in command in um, of the Living Waters, and he apologized to those thousands who had to who had to endure conversion therapy during his administration. Okay, the Greek health minister Thanos Plevris says to the parliament as follows: there were some false treatments that stated that when a minor has chosen, you do not choose your sexual orientation. Nimrod says, need to leave out the therapy part then. My head goes to seeing a shrink, not a priest. Yeah, that's... Your head sees the priest, your soul sees the priest, should you so choose. Anyway, and he says, Thanos Plevris says, obviously these treatments not only are not therapy, but they are not supported scientifically, precisely. And it also bans advertising these practices, and added that Greece also has plans to ban surgeries on intersex infants and babies born with atypical chromosomes that affect their reproductive anatomy in a way that does not fit the normative definition of male or female. This would be actually a great thing to do. Okay. Yes. Okay. This is from Greek Reporter. The bill passed in Parliament imposes hefty fines and even prison to psychologists and other. Oh, yes, this is one of those bills that ban it from mental health any from mental health professional or healthcare professionals. Apparently, it doesn't. Yeah. It may not apply to religious quackery, but advertising any of it will be forbidden. It's not. It's always something. All too often, this discussion leaves out the religious quackery. Religious of freedom of religion, duh, Okay, as the Human Rights Campaign, largest LGBT advocacy group in the US, notes, minors are especially vulnerable to the practice, and it can have tragic impacts who receive it, such as depression, anxiety, drug use, homelessness, and suicide. Yeah, that is not what an actual therapy does. Okay. The Plevris, the health minister, went on to say a bit further that there were some false treatments that stated that when minors has a different sexual orientation, his parents could supposedly proceed with quote unquote treatments for this child to return to normality. End quote. Any commentary on this one so far? Okay. Where do I have it? Okay. Yes, here. Okay. Again, uh, already 1983, the law reform, um, gender equality in um, abolished dowry. Uh, yes, adultery has been a crime in Greece up until 1983. Uh, yeah, equal rights to unwed parents. I mean, what the fuck? Okay, I think many countries have had that issue, but you know, still. Yes, Pledge said that they're attempting to ban the surgeries on intersex, etc. kids. So, okay. Okay, and they also lifted the ban on gay and bisexual men from donating blood in the country, which was imposed in Greece and many other countries during the early years of the HIV/AIDS pandemic. Oh, health minister uh, Thanos Pledris and his deputy Mina Gaga, ooh, Lady Gaga, oh my, signed the ministerial decree. Okay, okay. So let's go back here. What do we have? Uh, Purple rhymes with orange says, I think everyone can benefit from occasional therapy. Yes, in reference when I said everyone should go to therapy at some point in their lives. It can be very beneficial. Uh, we need to leave at the therapy then. Yeah, okay. The best Nimrod says the best question my shrink ever said to me, what is normal? Yeah. Yes, as the whole Kinsey scale is a normal in is the whole Kinsey scale is normal in nature. Bowie says parents shouldn't resort to child abuse. Uh, well, there is the way of thinking, especially in among the conservative the evangelical movement, the conservative evangelicals. I think, especially in the Baptist, if I'm not completely mistaken, and the Baptist realm, they take quite literally the spare the rod, spoil the child. So beating the crap out of your child is uh, loving the child. If you hate it, spare the rod, spoil the child. You hate the child. If you hate your child, if you spoil the rod. So, well, for many parents, sparing, you know, not sparing the rod is normal. Is a normal. Beating the shit out of your child, living shit out of your child when they've done something, that would no one would raise a brow over in real life. They spank their child and leave their child traumatized. So there is no, and they don't see it as child abuse. So that's something what is problematic. Nimrod says this rod is a kind rod and brings a lot of bacon with him. I'm vegetarian. And Muslims and Jews don't eat bacon, and Christians shouldn't. If Christians take their holy book seriously, they shouldn't eat bacon. They should I have Faken too. Oh, there's you have Faken. Okay, now you got me interested. Okay. Okay, let's see what we have in the studio side of things. Okay. We have actually quite a few people watching here tonight. I think it says 7. Okay. By the way, I just a side note, I there was supposed to be the Transistor Productions live show last week Tuesday, but it had to be cancelled. Yeah, it had to be cancelled at the last minute because of this shitty piece of electronics. Well, at least I get this 1,000 watts, that basically 150 watts, 150 watts more in total, and there's 10 amps more on the 12 volt rail, and plus 5 volt rail and 3.3 volt rail. You get more. I get 5 amps more current. Okay. Peter says right on time for breakfast for me. Ooh, who do we have here? We have Judge Flems. In the beginning of the stream, I was already telling these other lovely people how great person you are. You are a great person because you are my patron. Among other things, that is one thing among others that make you a great person. Yes. Okay. Okay. Let's do we have anything else? Yes, some are comparing it to torture. Okay. Excuse me. Peter says, Nimrod says, Peter not all is always time for bacon in all forms. Also, faken. Flems, how are you doing? I haven't seen you in a while in my chats. I hope you are well. I hope you're well, even though I haven't seen you in a while. Especially because I haven't seen you in a while. Okay, I need to check something. Okay, just a moment. Excuse me, I had to ask something from people. Okay, I was just asking whether or not they have the a stream sets up for purple rhymes with orange. I sent a Discord message to the certain group, so go check it out. Flem says I am fine, thank you. Hello. Okay. Okay, because there is in Transistor Productions, I'm just gonna shit out it very good. Uh, so there's stuff that in the planning, in the pipeline. Um, so that's why I was hoping that there would have been some something I could have shared now, but as of right now, probably. Okay. So this was what I was. I've said what I've planned to say in this live show. I've talked to you about and discussed of the matter of the conversion therapy ban in uh, in Greece. I will, of course, if there are any new developments, I will talk to you about. I will talk about it more in the future. But as for now, uh, as for now, bye, Stefan, and back to you. And once again, big shout out to Flems for being my patron. If you're interested, what my Patreon looks like, it's it's like this. There's 3, 5, 10, and 20 and 30 euros a month, and that'll give you stuff. You can go check that out. The link is in the description. Patreon.com/HeidisCorner. And I will see you on Friday for another episode of Random Friday.